Yes, 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 yes. It was for Popeyes. Chicken is the great divide.
Right.
WhatsAppStation.com. Chad Money. Substation Live. I got Monica with me.
What's up?
I got Talina with me.
Hallelujah, holla back.
What's I don't know, man. What's up with you?
Same stuff, different day. No, I
Yes.
have a
Okay.
lot of stuff going on.
Mhm.
Where do I start? At the top of the list?
Mhm.
Let's talk about this urban chamber of commerce that we just formed in Buffalo.
Okay.
Started by my uncle, Maurice Garner. He's also the one that started Grassroots in 1984. It's just a conglomeration of people in Buffalo who are trying to move the urban agenda to the forefront.
Shout out to the important folk.
So people like yourself and
Mhm.
innovators, community activists, and business owners just coming together. We meet at least once a month and we talk about what's going on in the city, the new development, the construction, the business opportunities, boards that you can sit on, and all kinds of stuff. And it's open and get your membership or your business membership and come on out. So that's in the works. Really good. I think our Christmas party we may have had like Crystal Peoples come through and
Get it, get it,
mayor and
get
council
it, get it.
members and senators and
Wow.
yeah, so pretty good stuff.
Okay.
It's number one.
Yes.
Number two is a company I started with two of my friends called Beautiful We,
Mhm.
and it's a women's empowerment group, and we meet once a month mostly, and talk about issues that definitely affect women and try to bring women together.
Them meetings be crazy.
Yeah, and we bring in guys for the guy point of view sometimes, but we talk about relationships and domestic violence, beauty tips, and each month has its own theme. So one time we went out downtown and fed the homeless. My daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, helped pack the packages.
Mhm.
We had a good time though.
That's dope.
Just we're trying to bring more positivity to the city. It's a lot of naysayers about Buffalo.
Right.
There's nothing going on. There's
Mhm.
nothing here. Everybody's all crab in the barrel, and I fight a lot of stereotypes when I meet people.
Right.
So that's it. That's Beautiful We. I also have a DBA for a shoe company.
Dibba.
Okay.
Dibba for the shoes.
The ladies love the shoes.
Right.
By the way.
Right.
Love the shoes.
It's called Sugarfoot,
Okay.
and my slogan is "Come get candy for."
Sugarfoot.
Okay.
Right. So in the stages it's in right now, since I already do so much, we can basically, or I can basically take a plain pair of shoes and jazz them up. Plain pair of pumps.
And
jazz
where
them
can
up
we
for
find
you.
these shoes? Where's your website?
People
Because
bring them to me.
oh,
So yeah.
also you
but-
custom their shoes.
Yes, but eventually I want to be, or I want to aspire to be a cobbler and make the shoes myself, especially for women who have a hard time finding shoes, long feet, wide feet, things like that.
Long feet.
Weddings.
All feet.
So that's definitely on the warmer, not necessarily in the forefront, but it's there. My daughter's got Sugarfoot princesses, and she's learning how to make tutus and custom colors. So
It's definitely rubbing off in the family.
exactly. So I'm trying to do that.
Positive influence. That's wonderful.
That's number 3. Number 4, am the treasurer on the board of a company called Buffalo Reuse It. We take donated computer and equipment and we fix it. We have all volunteer staff, and they come out, they learn how to fix computers and different things, and we donate them back into the community, usually for low cost or no cost. So you can go in. I think last year I might have bought my mom a desktop computer with the printer, everything all together, $100. So, exact. See, yeah, if you have a problem, like they can fix cracked iPad screens and all kinds of stuff for the low. So that's Buffalo Reuse It, and that's at 256 Great Arrow, Suite 6. That was number 4. Number 5.
Número 5.
I also mentor.
Telemundo.
Right, I mentor high school students. There's about 60 of them that come
Oh, that's
together.
amazing.
Yeah, they come together. It's a program called Team, and it's through LP Seminelli. And they come together once a month, and it stands for Technical Engineering Architectural Mentoring. So we bring together all kinds of companies and architects and engineers, and just do speeches for the kids and give them activities to do. It's about 2 hours long, and they get a meal from the students at Emerson. It's down at the Emerson School on Chippewa, and it's just so awesome to see their faces, like introducing them to construction and architecture and what I do, computer engineering. So
Wow. So there's a lot of things on your list right now. You have a lot on your plate.
exactly,
That's amazing.
So I don't know. There's so much more, but I'll let you
How
ask.
long, how long have you been with the urban?
Yeah, how long have you been doing your
With the Urban Chamber, probably since earlier this year. It was just formed earlier this year. So, in a lot of the summer, there's also a part of it called Be the Change, which is the political part of it. Did a lot of campaigning for Mayor Brown, did a lot of campaigning for Barbara Miller Williams, stuff like that. So, that was a lot of the summer activity. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Don't you know how those ads pop up in the middle of you're trying to listen to Pandora? That was
Be
kinda,
Enchanted?
right. That was the visual
Ding.
aid right there. So, yeah, that's been that long. And I've only been in Buffalo for 2.5 years. Yeah, about 2.5 years.
Now, where were you? Where were you before that?
No, I was born and raised here, but
Oh.
I was a Marine for 8 years.
Yes.
I lived in Japan before I moved back here. And then that big tsunami hit.
Mhm.
I was like, oop, we got to go. So it took me 5 days to get home, but I got back home with my kids.
Mhm.
And yeah, so just in 2.5 years, I've been trying to empire build.
I got that.
You know, I'm
I get
looking
that.
on a bigger scale. I don't just want to build wealth. I want to build an empire.
Hmm. Now, aside from what you have going on and what have you, who is Talina? You know, outside of the businesswoman, the entrepreneur, you know, the ambitious person that you are. Who is Talina? What do you do? You know, as far as just your fun, your kickback, and what have you.
My kickback. Living in Japan, karaoke is big. So
Yes, always go to karaoke.
one of my side little hustles when I was in Japan was doing karaoke, and I used to win money just to do something that I love. So I write poetry, and I don't know. I just kick it. I like to have a good time, but I like to have a good time outside of the box.
Right.
Like I'm not just to go to the club and it's
hear
it's
that.
cool every once in a while, but like. I do stuff like wine trails. I like skydiving.
Right.
I do some other stuff.
Real shit.
Parasailing.
Real
Yeah,
shit.
like outside of the box.
Spontaneous.
Exactly. I don't like to conform to anything. I'm
Right.
kind of like water. I can fit in any container.
We don't do laser tron in the movies.
Exactly.
Well, we do, but we don't do it like it is an event.
Right.
I dig
Like
it.
I'd rather go out to the gun range. You know what I mean? Like I was a Marine, so I got some other type habits.
I
But
dig that. I dig that.
yeah.
Now, how does you said 8 years in the Marines?
Yeah.
Now with that, and then you now doing everything that you're doing now. How does that time, that training, all of that, help you in your everyday and everything that you do? Mhm. Okay.
Wabe with 40 different women and
Right,
y'all
right.
all from different parts of the United States. That was a little traumatizing.
Right. I bet.
For a little girl who grew up on Goodyear Thistle.
Come on.
Walden,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that was hard and challenging,
Mhm.
but I did it. So now I feel as though, and especially bouncing around, like I live in North Carolina, South Carolina, I lived in Twin and Palms. So I'm all about the
Sheesh.
San Diego and Palm Springs. And,
Yes.
you know what I mean? My best friend lives in Vegas, so I'm kind of like,
Cat ass.
And I like to travel. I noticed
Mhm.
that I get the bug every month. I'm like, I need to go somewhere.
We definitely always going somewhere.
Exactly. Shout out to my cousin Tracy Gardner, my
Mhm.
my other half, as I like to call her,
Mhm.
my sister from another womb.
Okay.
She
From another womb.
she. I always like to say God could put that much great bitch in one stomach. So
Come on.
I'm playing.
I
But,
dig it. Shout out to God and the stomach.
right. But we made a pact at the beginning of this year: 12 cities in 12 months.
Okay.
So we want to visit 12 new cities we've never been in 12 months. It doesn't have to be once a month, but just do
Right.
it. So we're pretty much.
I mean,
we
you always
did it.
going somewhere. Where as of now, where are your top 5 travel destinations? Top 5 places you've been so far?
Oh man, Puerto Rico.
Woo! Born there, Puerto Rico.
Right.
Boricua.
I did
Hey.
that one year just off Jump Street, just to go for my birthday. I didn't want to stay here, and that was pretty cool. It's cool.
What was that like?
It was like any other island because I lived in Okinawa, Japan. So that's a small island, and it was kind of like the same deal, island hopping. So I don't know. Guam was nice. Japan is always beautiful.
Is the water in Guam as clean as they say it is?
It's clean. I don't know how to.
Like clear the actual water
I've seen clearer, but it's super blue. Hawaii.
Oh, I'm definitely going to Hawaii this year,
Hawaii was
2014. I have to.
gorgeous.
I definitely have to be there.
Beautiful blue water. Beautiful blue water.
Is it true that in Japan everything's like advanced? Their flat irons are like advanced. Their technologies, the technology, stuff like that.
I think so. I mean, when I first got there, it was some of the phones that they had. I was like, man, like we don't got this back in the States, So just a lot of stuff, but it's also very traditional. So you might find yourself going down a dirt road trying to get somewhere. Or I used to take my kids to the castle to go see just some of their culture and their history. So I respect them so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they love to see us too. They walk up to your kids and they never seen little brown children and like, oh, kawaii. It's like, don't touch my kids. Right. I guess it's like a pregnant woman when everybody want to rub their belly and she's like,
Yeah.
Not today. So, yeah, that's.
So there's 2 more spots.
Is there Hawaii, Guam, Japan, Puerto
Puerto
Rico?
Rico, 1 more.
Let me ask you this though. Okay, let me ask you this. Man, now listen,
Girl, we are in the last.
See?
This is the last.
Look at you.
I tripped out when it was 22 hours of daylight because I was there around that time, and it was just like
I would
they were
love
like,
that.
"I want to go to sleep, but I can't."
Right.
Who can sleep in the daytime?
Yeah.
Exactly, they stayed up. It
That'd
was
be
crazy.
funny though. Mommy, I want to go to sleep, but it's light
But it's light
outside. Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, it's interesting. So.
That's crazy. Now, with all that you do, a very accomplished woman at your age,
I appreciate that.
no doubt. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what is the empire looking for? The empire looking for you, looking like for you at that point.
That's a good question. Kind of stumped me. I do have a short-term, long-term goals. Right now, I'm with a new company. I used to work for Yahoo, and then about 2-3 months ago, another company acquired me called Podia. It's a Wi-Fi company, and actually our products got picked up by Apple, so we're kind of excited about that. But
So you kind of like a one-person geek squad.
pretty much,
Okay,
pretty much, I can build you a computer.
got you.
So,
Computer issues.
right. Now I'm a Wi-Fi engineer and setting up Wi-Fi everywhere, outdoors, different campuses. So I really just want to dig my heels kind of into that because I'm realizing that my skills have been transitioning as times are changing. A lot of stuff is mobile devices now. Bring your own device. Everywhere you go, you kind of want to go in a building and know,
Right.
do they have Wi-Fi?
Right.
Right.
I just asked that about 3 places today.
Exactly. So graduated
internet?
from Hutch Tech, class of 02.
Shout out to Mac High.
Epic.
Yeah.
So, being a computer engineer there, doing it in the military, and then getting out and doing regular customer service stuff. And
Right.
I'm realizing I'm transitioning. So, I couldn't tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing
Okay.
as far as the engineering side. I'm always tinkering with
Right,
stuff.
right,
I'm
right.
an engineer, so we like to build stuff. And,
Gotcha.
I would like to see my shoe company off the ground.
Yes.
Sugarfoot.
Sugarfoot. Okay, so listen, let me ask you this. Just real quick, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, email, anything. People that want to sponsor, invest, anything like that, how can they contact you to go ahead and further the process?
My name is Talina Massey on everywhere you go.
Yes.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I don't hide. I am who I am. I am that I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, just look out there and find me. If you know a woman that needs a little bit of empowerment, a little bit of encouragement, somebody that may not have anybody that could come get them off the side of the road somewhere and they stuck, tell them to give us a call. If they want to do something in the community or anything to help, it's positive. Anything positive.
Right.
Feel free to call me. If I don't have the answer
Certainly.
for you, if I don't have a company set up for you,
Come on.
I'll lead you in the right direction.
She ain't lying. I've known her for almost 25 years. She ain't
Right.
lying.
So, and I'm willing to help anybody. I've always been like that.
Mhm.
Like anybody who knows me or has dealt with me or friends or family or anybody, y'all already know.
Right.
I got my last
Everything.
9 cents out of my dime.
Right.
As long as it's not taking food out of my kid's
Right.
mouth.
More people like that.
Man.
You know,
We
I'm
were just
trying.
talking about that
Yeah.
earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it would rub off. I'm trying to rub off on people. You know, ultimately when I die, I just want pretty much most of the people that met me to smile.
No doubt.
That's it. If I can make you smile and I'm gone, I'm cool with that.
Got you. Now I'm gonna get back to beautiful we and everything else. Let me ask you this.
Sure.
Everywhere that you've been, you know, in the states, out of the states, what do you see is the difference in men in the different places that you
Oh,
travel?
Lord, jeez.
You know, I mean, I'm sure we probably don't have time for you to go all the way down and you know
Yeah.
just give this. But I mean, I know a lot of places that I've been. Everywhere actually that I go, I hear the ladies of the whatever area I'm in say that you know their men are this type. You know, you go to Florida. Florida men are like this. New York men are like this. Buffalo men are like this. Dallas men are like this. You know, the different places that you've been. What are some of the similarities that you see, and some of the you know the differences? I mean, we do have a you know a worldwide audience. You know, so I mean, as far as you know who it relates to, what do you see as far as the difference in what you've seen in the places you've been?
You know what? The single strand that connects everybody, I think, is that we're all a culmination of our experiences. Men that we run into, whether they're in Japan, Korea, wherever, down south, up north, we're all affected by how we were raised.
Oh,
Hey, we're-
amen.
We're all
Yes, girl. I totally agree with that.
Right.
People are the definition of the way they were raised.
Exactly. So once you could get to the bottom of that, or understanding the way that somebody was raised or brought up, then kind of get to understand why they are who they are. So it doesn't matter what language they speak. You just know them. That's it. I don't have no other answer. Get to know people. Find out. You know, that person. Exactly. That person that cut you off in traffic, make them the finger, but they may be on their way to the hospital.
I just be like, thank you, bye.
You know, you just gotta look, and you can't be. A lot of people tend to get tunnel vision, especially here in Buffalo.
Oh, very.
Yeah, like,
I think it's more of the, you know, having that support. Like, I don't have a job, but I can pay my bills. I don't have food, but I have food stamps. I think Buffalo is an easy way to live because the houses are big and rent is cheap. The only thing is the weather, you know, like the separation, east side, west side, Cheektowaga. I think that's the only thing that's a downfall. But if people were like more united, they were more positive, you know, they were uplifting each other, I think it would be a much greater city. It's still a great city to me because my family's here. I love Buffalo.
right.
And I can never say I hate Buffalo. It is. My family's
You know what?
here.
The
And
people-
this is where I grew
Buffalo.
up. And I mean, I grew up going to the Spanish festivals and the Italian festivals. Like, how can I say I hate that hometown? That's what I know. That's all I know.
Yeah, Buffalo is definitely made up of a unique group of people in the city. I mean, I left for 10 years and I came back. So that says something about it. If nothing else, it's a place to come back, get in your roots, and kind of start over. You know what I mean? Even if you don't stay, it's a good place to restart. So, and that's what I always say. Come back. Buffalo's a stepping stone. But I do think that people who are born here and raised here should definitely get out and see something else. I encourage everybody to go
Yes.
travel,
Yes.
see the world. When you come back, your eyes
Preach,
will be so
sister.
different. Like, you got to learn how to look at stuff with more than just one perspective. And if you stay in Buffalo in this cold, crabby weather and you let it get to you and everybody else, then of course you're not gonna see life through rose-colored glasses. Oh, well, aren't you sweet? So yeah.
But I
that's it.
definitely agree on that. I think people should definitely, if they have the chance, to get out and go like adventure. And your family's always gonna be here. Buffalo's always gonna be here. I think it's
Hopefully.
Let me ask you
Sure.
this: what's your go-to song? Karaoke.
Oh man.
You don't want to know mine. You don't want to know mine.
yours too?
You don't want to know mine. It's a little explicit.
Oh man.
You know, I got 2 or 3. And it just depends on which karaoke spots you go to. So if it's something
I love
that kinda
karaoke.
everybody knows, kind of young and hip, I'll do Alicia Keys one. If it's
Definitely Alicia
crowd
Keys.
of people, like when I go to caucus in February, which is in Albany, the black and Puerto Rican.
All the way.
Yeah, the black and Puerto Rican caucus, legislative caucus, which is going on Valentine's Day weekend. Shout out to Adia for putting that together. Dia J, she's awesome. Yeah, if I go to something like that and it's an older crowd of people, then I'll sing like Tony Braxton, Making Me High, because they can appreciate that. Or if I go into a country place or somewhere where there's a lot of extra light-skinned people, then I might sing like Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheat. You know?
Or Jason Mraz.
You know, the different perspectives. So, yeah, that's it.
Let me ask you this: music. I know you put me on to a lot of underground music. You know, a lot of people that you see on the underground circuit, different places that you've been.
Okay.
What do you like? What do you look for? What do you see is going on with with the underground talent? And how can they help themselves? From a too much pride standpoint, calling it what it is. How can they help themselves get to the next level?
Everybody's not hating.
Man,
Everybody's not hating.
say
on
it
you.
again.
Constructive criticism is just
Everybody
that,
ain't hating.
constructive. So put the extra work in. I'm not saying everybody locally, but there's a lot of people. I see a lot of people doing mixtapes. Buy my CD. Buy my CD. Give me a reason. You know what I mean? Give me a reason.
Can I get some collaboration? Can you collab with him and it's not a problem? Or could she
Right.
collab with her and it's not a problem? Like, I would love to see that. I see so much great talent and I'm just like, can I see y'all together? Like,
Right.
it would just be so powerful.
Or I see so much potential, but people not willing to put in that extra effort to take their craft to the next level.
You gotta fall in love with the process.
You really do. You really do. If you sing and you think you could sing, get your vocal coach. Put the extra work in. If you rap and you think you're the greatest rapper, go out there and battle. Find who the best person is and try to beat them and be better than them. Like, I always strive to be the next best, greatest. Like, and always know that there's somebody that's probably just as good or better than you. So you got to keep working. What's that extra shine that you have that the next person doesn't have? That's all I see. Like, we got some great people though. I usually check for like R&B singers for the most part because that's kind of where I'm at. But DBGB's on Tuesday nights. That new soul they got going on. Michael DeSanto is a crazy guitarist.
No doubt.
But like Drea's good.
Yep.
I see Bentley out there a lot. Bentley's good.
Shout out Go Gev.
Go Gab.
Shout out Jocelyn Bowman. Shout out
Jocelyn, my
Rachel
little
Palumba.
sister. She went to school with me. She's awesome. She's awesome. Palumbo. Yeah. Rachel good.
Palumbo.
Yeah. Some
you know,
good people out there.
Shout out all the women out there still doing music.
You know what's crazy though? Listen though, let me just say something on this crazy. Speaking of Rachel and I were just talking, about a unified women's movement out here. I mean, you got CEO Ali, Elijah Ali. You got him out here with the Queen Boss movement, but there's no real unified women's movement. And I guess my question would be to both of y'all. Aside from the hating, and I guess aside from the, I don't want to say natural, but I guess aside from the cattiness that you do find in a lot of women, what is the reason that you don't see more unified women fronts, and more unified movements among women? Because, say what you want, when women do unify, I mean, that is something powerful. And why do you think that there is so much hate, or there is so much jealousy, or there is so much fake this and that between the women? And if we could get that together, how do you think that would be, better for everybody's situation socially as a whole?
First off, like she said, it all deals with how you grew up, who raised you. But then as you grow older and you create your own family, you mature, I think a lot of it is a lot of women feel like they have to compete against every other woman. They don't feel like they can, help uplift one another. Or they always feel like, I got to be better than her, or I got to look better than her, or, my man is probably talking to her. Oh, my God, my Facebook. Like, I just feel like it's so much drama. Like, everyone just is always on the drama side and not on the unity side, because I feel like that's all they're kind of drawn into. I feel like there's so much of it that they don't know any other way to be.
And the support system isn't there. I see a lot of women out here working and less women pursuing their dreams. So that's a problem too. It's a lot of women in the household that are holding it down. Like,
Like they the men in the
Right,
family. or
multiple masters, and a lot of my friends, just multiple bachelor's degrees and out there working, and they just don't have the time to pursue their dream. Like, I'm a computer engineer. I don't necessarily have, that's my 9 to 5. That's how I feed my kids. I don't necessarily have the time if I want to go out there and sing professionally. I can't. I got too much stuff going on, and the most important thing is feeding my family. So, if the support system was there, if the I don't know. I don't deal with a lot of hate and cattiness from women. I just don't. I don't roll in them circles.
It's too irrelevant to even entertain.
I don't have time. It's not enough hours in a day for me to look at you and try to knock you down a peg to make me feel better. You know what I mean?
If anything, you're just like, let me help you. Like,
exactly.
Come on,
like sometimes I'll be like, those are some cute shoes. Like, where you get those shoes from, girl?
Give you your props where they need to be.
Right. Whereas I hear a lot of other cattiness, and it's just like, those are cute shoes, but they look cheap. Like, why you just
Where she get those?
Right. Right. I'd have wore it
she
better.
Match right. They look better on me.
Right. Like, why does it have to be
like,
that
really?
way?
Okay, change the subject, please.
Yeah, I'm not, and no one in my family that I know is like that. Like, when we give you a compliment, we genuinely mean it. When we give you a hug, genuinely mean it. There's a lot of people out there with fake love, fake, you know what I'm saying? This is corniness. I can't do it. I don't have a funny bone in my body, so I can't. I'm allergic to it. So if I walk
I think
it's
the fact that you've traveled and you've seen and met different people and know that it's not just that.
Right. It's really not, like, that's so small to me. I don't see that low. It's bigger than that.
Sometimes that's all they know. Like,
right.
Yeah.
They were right.
Like, yeah, and that's all they've seen. That's all they know. Like.
But then you say, like, at what age do you break out of that cycle? At what age do you say, like, this is wrong? Like, what age do you say, okay, I know I was raised this way, but I've had enough time in the world to know, like, that's not cool. I don't want nobody doing that to me. So, and I don't have an answer for that. Like,
no doubt.
29. So I broke it. But I know 30 and 40-year-olds still kind of stuck in that psychological.
Right, man. 50-year-olds, talk about it.
Exactly. So it would be wonderful for
real talk, man. But man, listen. Nowadays, grandma 29, but we're not even gonna go there.
Who you telling? Preach.
Listen.
Preach.
Beautiful we.
Right.
If I can ask, what was the what was just the general concept, the inspiration behind that, and now that it is moving along, what is you guys, I guess, ultimate goal, with that, and also how anybody that's interested, in being involved or helping in any way, how can they go ahead and take care of that?
We have a Facebook page, it's beautifulwe.com. The premise just started with something simple: beautiful me, beautiful you, beautiful we. I mean, if we can come together and do it together, then why not?
Yes.
Why pay for the whole thing with your $10 when I can take my 5, you can take your 5, and we can have it together?
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yo, bro. Let's go half with a 3 for 10.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why do it all by yourself when you can hold hands and do it together? Like, I just, the initial premise was, I had a friend named Regina Johnson. Shout out to Regina Johnson, my bestie from the.
Shout out to Gina.
She used to do these forums, and she used to do these summer packages where she would get, like, stuff together, different destinations for families and kids, and in the summertime we get our kids together and do a mixture of free stuff and stuff for low cost. I try to throw in my military discount for whatever, and try to do something
always cutting
different.
corners, always cutting
exactly
corners.
But
do it.
And then it just grew into us hosting stuff out of our houses, and at the I've done a beauty forum at the Urban Chamber of Commerce headquarters building, which is at 339 Genesee Street near Michigan. There you go. So it just came alive. There are more and more women out there that were just like, what are you doing next month? What are you doing?
Right.
You know? And that's just it. So I'm just trying to reach out to everybody. I want to create a network of powerful women. It's a lot of business owners. Miss Eye Candy.
No, I need to introduce you to my sisters. They are new business owners, and they are on their grind. My little brother's a part of it, so 3 of my siblings are out here grinding, doing the business thing. I would love to introduce them to you.
That'd be awesome. I'd love
that
to
would
meet
be amazing
them.
for me. Yeah, I'm in Cali. I'm doing it out there, soon, but they're out here and they're really pushing. And when I see them and I go to their meetings, I'm like, wow, they're so beautiful. And it's 2 of my siblings are women. 1 is a male, and they're so inspirational to me. And I would love to introduce them to you. And my
Aw,
mom
thank
comes
you.
to all the events. She supports. My little brother's like, I'm gonna retire you before all my sisters. Like, I would love to introduce them to you because I feel like you would be one of the uplifting instead of the down.
I'm there. If they ever need anybody to talk to, it
If
doesn't
they
matter. Shout out to
ever
my mom
need
too.
anybody
My mom, if y'all don't know
to
Tanya
talk to.
Ruffins,
Listen.
she cooler than the other side of the pillow.
They both
She's
of them got
coolest
some
mom
dope
that
ass
you can ever-
mothers.
She's like my sister,
Both of
but I
their
respect
mothers.
her enough to
I
know
know
she's
my
my
mom.
mother.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, Mom, you come
Yeah. Shout out to both of them.
Right.
Man, I
She's
met
so
her mother at the
cool.
club.
Shout out to
Shout out
her.
to both their
I'm about to go
mothers.
get her a bottle of Jose.
Great people.
So
Yes.
yeah, that's beautiful.
Now,
And Tamia's the third business partner in that. Tamia Dixon.
Yes.
Hutch Tech class of 2003. Shout out to her.
I ain't hating.
It's
Team
cool.
716, 716 United.
7-1 salute.
MySubstation.com, all that. Urban Chamber of Commerce.
Roger that.
Are you ever thinking about dabbling into politics on any level at all? Is that something that you see, even any
if
type of public office or representation?
I can see that.
If the opportunity presented itself, I would. Any way I can help my community.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. If that kind of just lands, and I'm not pursuing
Right.
politics, but if it kind of just lands in my favor, then
Mhm.
so be it. Because I think we
That'd be
need
so
as much
fun for
help
that.
as we could talk, or as we could take. So
Come on.
yeah.
From a mother's perspective,
Okay.
the kids, the school system, how do you feel about
No comment.
I know.
No. You know what? Because my kids, it took a little bit for them to adjust. In Japan, it's a lot more. Their school system a lot more creative learning. They do a lot of stuff as groups, pretty much. When they come in the classroom, there's a problem on the board. They all have to do it together as a group. If they all don't come up with the same answer, then they have to redo it. So it's a lot. Yeah, it's very creative. So for my son to come from that kind of creative environment where they're constantly taking them outside and learning new stuff to kind of Buffalo. Right, where you got to memorize everything and just regurgitate it back on a test or something like that. It was a little difficult for him to kind of fathom how to work the system. I think he's finally starting to get it. But I have very creative children. I have a 9-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl, and they're so different. They were so nice too. Like it took them a while to get used to that. Like my son took his DS to school and was like, "Mom, I shared it with my friend and blah blah blah," and he wanted to borrow it overnight. Ooh. Well, we don't do that, baby. This is not Japan where we don't have to lock our doors and stuff like that. No, dude, this is Buffalo, New York. So you tell little boy,
Poor baby.
bring your stuff back. Matter of
Poor
fact,
baby.
what's his name? And can I get his number?
He probably has a big heart.
He does. They didn't understand that though. They're not guarded children. They're very free loving, free spirited children. So I'm trying to keep them like that, but also make them street wise to know the difference. Yeah, this is Buffalo. If you ain't about that life.
Reading. Are you reading anything? What are you reading right now? What would you recommend as a good read for I mean, not for the reader because I guess the readers got their own books. They know where to go. But for the lazy, low vocabulary, not like on a looking down on you sense, but
Right.
here's a good book for you to read. What would
A
you
good
recommend?
book to motivate people. A book called Who Moves My Cheese. I can't remember the author, but
I read that joint too. Yes.
yes, a very good
Yeah.
motivational book. A book for women who are trying to find themselves or they're upset.
who wrote that?
Why?
Was that Jack Canfield?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, shout out to the TI guy. Always trying to come through. Like, nah, I mean, yeah.
Who else? Why Men Love Bitches.
We got the real live El
Book called
Jefe
Why
in
Men
here.
Love Bitches.
Yep.
It's all right. It's okay.
No doubt.
Don't try to.
Why? Well, we just talking about books and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just finished up a lot. The
TI
Da
guy
Vinci
doesn't
Code
read
again.
books. He makes computers and makes all the money.
Code.
Yes.
A lot of Dan Brown. I do Digital Fortress stuff like that, and the 50 Shades. Different.
Man.
The
listen.
trilogy. So yeah. That's it.
Jesus.
Some good books. I got some Omar Tyree in the bathroom in
Uh,
case you get bored.
Some Omar Tyree in the bathroom.
And
What's
I got
up?
Time magazine on my stands.
What's the what's the Talina Massey? What's the New York Times bestseller written by Talina Massey?
Oh, that has yet to come out.
Mhm.
I really do want to write a book
Man,
though. I had a lot of the misadventures of
mm-hmm. Come on.
or
The cost of doing business.
exactly.
What?
Exactly. I like to you silly. Yeah, or the unicorn. I hear that a lot,
Mhm.
especially from my counterparts at work. They're
I dig
always
that.
like, "Oh, you're a female computer engineer and African American and Native American and veteran. Wait a minute,
Right.
you're like a unicorn." So I like to call myself the anomaly because I'm not.
The
You'll never see
anomaly.
me coming.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
Now, how do you feel? How do you know that you've broken down certain barriers and stereotypes? Like, I mean, I know you, so I mean, it probably doesn't even count for me. I probably know you since I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it doesn't really count for me. But for the people that don't, how how do you know? How have you seen in your life that you've broken down the different stereotypes of how you were born or where you lived or you're a woman or this ethnicity?
Right.
How do you know that you've championed those to becoming who you are, and what could you say to those who might feel like, like you said, Goodyear, Bissell, I'm from where I'm from and I don't think that I can make it. I don't think this is for me.
Right. I love to see people's reaction when I tell them my story.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people look at people and they try to read them, and you can't.
Or
read me.
underestimate.
Exactly. Give me 5 minutes and I'll change your opinion. So I can step into any room. There's multiple times where I go places and I'm the only brown person there or whatever, but I never try to stand out as that. I'm just me. So I think it was one time I was telling the teen students, I was like, you guys think high school is hard, and it's only the beginning. It's not hard. It's a totally new adventure. I can remember my summer reading list. We had 4 books to read to go into Hutch Tech. I read all 4 books in 3 days by candlelight because we didn't have lights.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Not having heat in the winter. Y'all may not think that y'all can do some of the stuff y'all do, but it just taught me perseverance and adapt and overcome your situation. That's pretty much it. So when I see the kids, like, they kind of looked at me like, whoa, and you work for Yahoo? Like, yeah. Yeah, at that time I did. And I was just like, don't ever think that your situation will keep you confined or contained.
Or define you.
Yeah, or define you. Be what other people say you can't. And it's always worked for me. So when I go into those rooms and I'm the only brown face, I talk to them. Hey, how you doing? Look them in their face and smile. How you doing?
No doubt.
And it totally changes their opinion of what they thought you were.
No doubt. Now, for you and for you too, for both of y'all, do you see in the near future, let's say, if not this election, because I'm forecasting that the main 2 candidates for the election will be Sarah Palin and Hillary Clinton. But if not this election, then the next or the next, do you see this country being ready for female leadership? And if so or if not, what do you think, or how do you see this country moving, I guess, with female leadership?
I think it's moving slow and steady, but progressively. If you guys just saw, there were 3 females that just finished the infantry course at the School of Infantry. So that's new because we never had female grunts, as we like to call them, or put them on the front line. Look at Lovely Ann Warren, who just won the mayoral race in Rochester, the black female, and she was just with President Obama last week because he wanted to meet with all the newly elected mayors. So to go from just being such and such from this city to being sitting down with Obama, I mean, that's a testament to how we're moving forward, definitely. Look at Crystal People. She's paving the way. I got a phone call a couple months ago from Senator Andrea Cousins, and she was the majority leader, Democratic majority leader in Albany. So it's moving. It's at a snail's pace, but I think people are slowly starting to see that women can lead too. I know I do. I don't know about nobody else, but
In my generation, I would love to see that because I just think change is always good, and for a woman to step up to the plate, I think that would be amazing, especially for myself, my family, and my future kids to see. That would be amazing.
Right. So we here. Who run the world?
Come on.
Right.
I don't know about all that, but
Yeah. Mr. Perfect.
I hate
In a perfect world.
Right.
it. In a perfect world. Well, man, let's go with that. Both of y'all. In a perfect world, Go.
Mm.
In a perfect world, it would be sunny every day, and there would be no tears ever.
Shout out to her dad.
In a perfect world, no one would have to worry about where their next meal came from.
Mhm.
No child would have to worry about who their parent is.
Mhm.
No woman would not feel like the queen she deserves to be.
Come on.
No man would ever be underappreciated for the king he should be. Every man takes their rightful place as a king and sits at the head of the table and is a leader, and is the head of the family and not always the ass. Uh,
Not always the ass.
and everybody knows what their purpose is,
Come on.
how they play their part in a bigger picture.
No doubt. Have you defined your purpose? Do you know what your purpose is?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I think my purpose is definitely to make ripples in the in the water and make sure that
Right.
everybody is.
Fuck the status quo.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely an outside of the box kind of person.
Mhm.
My purpose really is to help people.
No doubt.
I feel that,
No
and
doubt.
and I may not be a CNA or a doctor or surgeon or anything
Mhm.
like that, but in the best way I can to make sure that my kids are taken care of,
Mhm.
that they don't have to worry when I leave here, and that I leave this world a little better than I found it.
Gotcha.
That's it.
What's the legacy? You know, if not through you, what can you pass on to the children? You know, as far as knowing that they'll make their mark on the world.
Oh, humanity,
Mhm.
peace and tranquility, to be a productive member of society and not just always be for self.
Mhm.
I teach them that all the time. I teach them skills that they can use maybe to help them profit or to help somebody else. And that's it. That's my legacy.
Mhm.
And good food and good
Yes,
music.
good food.
Good
Oh
food,
man,
'cause-
listen. See, yeah, look at you, that man. I was just about to say what's left for you, but fuck that. Food. Give me your top 5 cuisines, because I mean, me and you, we kick it more than enough,
Right.
and we always talking about whatever we talking about.
Exactly.
Food has come up more than enough.
You always know you come to my house.
Man, I'm about to say,
Good
if you ain't
plate
never
and
been to
good
Talina
drink.
house, man, you missing out. Then listen, you gonna get a good conversation, you gonna get a good plate, and you gonna get a good cup of something. Real
Exactly.
talk. Something.
I picked up some of everything from where I came from.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
I had a Panamanian Eastern Star sister. I'm an Eastern Star. Shout out to my Masonic family.
Yes.
She taught me how to make the proper empanadas. So I'm cool with that. I can make egg rolls from scratch.
Oh,
I
man.
do Italian. I live in South Carolina, so I picked up something called frogmore stew,
Mhm.
which is basically just potatoes, sausage, corn on the cob, and shrimp all steamed together. A low country boil.
Mhm.
That's pretty much what everybody asked me to bring all the time. So, and some good stuff from my grandmother. My grandmother was like
Man.
a soul cooking.
Shout
She
out to
didn't measure
grandmother.
anything. She cooked everything with her hands.
Right.
Yeah. Good thing.
Shout out to my grandma. She passed away before Thanksgiving. She was a beautiful woman. Her favorite color was red. She had like 18, 19 grandkids. We were all there. It was beautiful. Shout out to her. I know she's looking upon all of us, making sure that they're strong. Shout out to my mom for being as strong as she is. She was with her every day. I just want to say shout out my grandma.
Grandma love.
You're so silly.
Now listen, let me when's the next networking event? Be it at your house or wherever. Yes. Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans
Shout
Oh.
out to the Puerto Rico.
all across the globe.
So now you part India, huh?
Look at her. Man, she said I would.
Wow.
Yes. Jeans on camera. JeansOnCamera.com. I love it all. Yes. What was I asking?
I don't remember.
No, no. Yes. Well, but no, I
I
think
did that.
I would think we're past the foods.
Grandma's, she was talking about. And then
Who knows?
Who knows what we're talking about?
You got any shout outs? Anything that you want to leave the people with? Anything that we might not have touched on?
like I said, shout out to the Urban Chamber. Shout out to Beautiful Weed.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, I'm working on the Sugarfoot website
Yes.
and the Beautiful Weed official
Go ahead and
website.
give them the all the contact information.
Yes, Talina Massey at yahoo.com. If you have any questions, if you need any assistance, if you want somebody to do a hook, because regardless of
Yes.
everything else, I still do that as a
Mhm.
hobby. And I just talked about people working on their craft. I
See?
do it as a hobby.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but you got so much other shit. I mean, so.
Right. So I do have a couple hooks out there, a couple
Mhm.
recordings of me going around. I'm actually going to try out for The Voice on January.
That's what we was
11th.
talking about. Oh, you going
Yeah.
to? You going to Philly?
I'm going to Philly.
Man, I ain't know that.
Yeah, I got my hotel room booked and everything.
Now, see?
So
I ain't
I'll
even
be
gonna
in
say
Philly.
no. Back to what me and you was talking about going hard for people. Me and said person was supposed to go to Philly so we can, try and get her a spot on The Voice, and then I never heard from her again.
Oh,
Anywho,
no, I got my audition time.
Yes.
Team B, 2 p.m. Right at the convention center.
Team B, 2 p.m.
Got my pass to
Les.
come. And,
Team Talina,
right.
huh?
Outside the box. And then I haven't been to Philly in a long time.
We were talking about the networking event
Oh, okay.
when we were gonna have the next one to be at
Beautiful
your
Week's
house.
gonna have something in January.
Okay.
Like we always have something. We kind of cooled out for the December for a lot of the shopping and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but date's not set. But I will definitely put it up on the website when that's gonna be. I believe
Yes.
this one is gonna be something with a background check, which
Sheesh.
talks to people about their upbringing,
Man,
or
whole facts.
exactly, or
Him
domestic
facts.
violence. We got a lot of
House
people lined
facts.
up for that.
Thing. That's very big in the city of Nova.
Right.
Shout out to the
And
TI guy. Come jump in front of the camera real quick, TI guy.
Let them see
Yes.
your face and not just your hand.
Oh, they already know me.
Man, that's the TI guy. I don't know if you ever get to see him.
Nobody really knows me.
Man,
Mm.
if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have none of this.
For him,
Man, listen.
I just fix computers.
Oh man, don't let him lie to you. Go ahead.
We're geeks. We love it. Shout out to the whole Ruffins family, the whole Gardner
No
family.
doubt.
My uncle, Maurice Gardner. Everybody at UC.
Shout out to
Everybody
Campus
that
West.
supports us. Mayor Byron Brown. I see him all the time.
B-Dub.
He's so awesome. Oswaldo. Shout out to my cousin LaShonda and Paul. They had their birthdays yesterday. We were at the Oak Room. And Dennis Wilson. The Oak Room be popping.
Shout out to Dennis.
He's doing some really good stuff, and I like that.
No doubt.
Anybody that's in the community that's our age is doing something positive, you have much respect from me.
No doubt.
So,
What's Buffalo to you that people who've never been to Buffalo wouldn't know? People, when they think Buffalo, they think dangerous,
snow,
poverty,
second class, New York
bills, snow, chicken wings.
Yeah, they definitely think chicken wings on the airplane. That's what they said. Home of the wings, right? And I'm gonna have that for lunch, and I'm like,
Yeah.
City. Yeah, and what you realize is Buffalo is just voted the second best city to live in. People don't know that. They
Yo,
all forget
I was
how
just
poor it
telling
is.
somebody that.
Yeah,
the second best city to live in, Buffalo. I was just telling somebody that.
It's we don't know. We don't look
Oh,
at number one.
Yeah. Gio posted the link though. Shout out to shout out to the homie Gio, man. Gio always
oh
putting
my
on
God,
for
I
Buffalo.
love Gio, and he always dresses
Shout out
sharp.
to he does.
Oh my gosh,
Gio Centauri.
it is. It's him.
That's him.
Yes, he's so awesome.
Shout
But
out to Gio.
Buffalo's got a lot going on. We have billions of dollars of construction going on. We
We
got
do.
a lot of companies that are coming here.
We got billions of dollars getting stolen too, but you ain't heard that from me.
Right. We got a lot of tech companies that just decided to come here. There's a company from Dubai that's building a factory downtown. They're doing some of those grain elevators. It's just a lot going on. People look at Buffalo and they think that there's nothing here.
Man.
It's like a glass ceiling for the people that have always lived here. Like they can't see past a certain point. You got to look higher than that.
Listen
Look
how
at the
crazy
skyline.
life is.
What?
I was looking for a vacation in Dubai. Right? You know what they was charging?
I-
$17,900 a night.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What?
But you know what's crazy? I just saw one of my favorite shows to watch on the internet is Vice.
Mhm.
And they just did about the immigrants and the slaves in Dubai. People think it's all beautiful and pretty
Right,
and a
right,
great
right,
place to go to
right.
shop. But you don't realize these workers that are building all these buildings are sleeping in
Mm-hmm.
terrible conditions.
Man, that's what
Horrible,
Lauren.
worse
That's
than
what
your
Lauren Hill was
worst
talking about.
basement.
Mm-hmm.
And no clean water, hardly any food, like building fires
Right,
and stuff outside
right.
where they live. Like it's crazy, shitting and like
I was just about to say that shit right where they sleep.
Exactly.
Or
These
right
are people
outside
that are
of where they
building
sleep.
This beautiful city that everybody wants to get to. That's okay. You can have that.
Right.
I did want to go to Dubai at one time, but after I saw that, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Niagara Falls ain't that bad. I'm joking, but no, yeah, I wouldn't
got
go.
you.
No, it's not. To me, it's not worth it. There's so many other places you go. There's a lot of beautiful places. Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Right.
Stuff that we have right here that people don't even go to besides Bite Week.
Man.
Right.
I don't
Myrtle
even know
Beach.
what to
Everybody
say.
know Myrtle Beach.
Man.
It's not hot.
Lastly.
Can I get you to cause you rap, don't you?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Can I get a little bit of talent from you? You have a lot of questions from me. So
Damn.
how about right, because I looked at all your interviews and I'm like, wait a minute. I know it's not, you're trying not to make it about you, but as friends, we've known each other since 4 or 5 years old. So it's not too many people you're gonna, so I like to promote you too.
Damn.
You rap, I'll sing. Go ahead.
Man.
Talent.
Yeah. You completely caught me off guard with that.
Anything.
Sheesh. Okay, this is gonna be a freestyle.
Go ahead.
Fuck. Damn, you caught me off guard.
Ooh, go ahead. I got a sip.
Okay. Doing my thing, you know what it is. Manslaughter, best in the game. You can hide the women, the kids. Fuck around. No, I'm Mr. Run the Town. Like I said, motherfucker, you don't want it now. Sheesh. Gave you that in '03. Team all black, you can say Shinobi. I got Talina with me. I got Monica too, you know me. Mr. Dutch in the brew with Dutch in the fifth. Matter of fact, Dutch in your biff. I'm so sick. Matter of fact, I said Dutch in the bitch. Shit. Slipping my tongue. T.I. guy in the back, know we a hun. Smoke in my lungs, touching that Dutch. Clicking the ash, deucing the dash, I'm getting that cash. Talking the sheesh, best in the game, best in the beach, the best in the east, best in the west. Fucking with me, no. Mets fitted on the head though. And I'm repping the Bills, and I don't even like Buffalo. Repping the Browns, these niggas is frowns, these niggas is clowns. Like a red nose, talking like a pit. Reindeer and shit. I don't know, man. I don't even rap.
Ooh, I like that.
No doubt.
That was all right.
Yes.
Off the top.
Shout out to the homie AK Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Throw me something out real quick. Anything. Anything you can do, I can do that.
Yes, what's up, bro?
Oh, okay.
Do anything better than me.
Okay, perfect. Just hit me when you out front. I didn't text you, did I? 174 West.
Whoa. We put the address on the air, you know.
It's on Facebook.
Hello?
It's just Association Studios on Facebook.
Alright, I'm text you right now.
World stuff.
So we're about to have another important guest come in the building.
Oh, you were on the phone. You know I'm not rude. I got manners at the core.
Actually, what was rude is that he took the phone on live.
Yes.
Right. See what I'm saying?
Rude.
Well, that's our next guest. So.
I've known Chad forever.
Exception.
So, yeah. He don't mean no harm about it. So, I don't know. Sing something real quick.
Yo no sé. Dale,
Yeah, a little bit.
dale,
Oh, you let her,
dale.
Right.
On the Lotto, Monica sing too. Don't let neither one of them fool you. They both sing. I don't know. Sing something off that new Beyonce. Or off that old TLC.
Negatory. I mean, I like to listen to it, but she's good at what she does.
Let's go with some Alicia Keys.
Which one?
He said no one.
Roger.
Roger that. We about to have some epicness in the building.
Ain't nobody watched that video this year. I bet you that. Lil
Never.
Wayne, Tiger, Nicki. I bet you they ain't even watched the video this year.
What's the name?
Roger that.
Oh,
Remember that song
yeah, I
you had,
did.
like 2-3 years ago?
Roger that.
I don't really watch TV.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Alicia Keys. No one.
No one? I just want you close, where you can stay forever. You can be sure that it will only get better. You and me together through the days and nights.
And can we get some recording over here? Can we get some
On
studio
the
time?
side.
Yeah.
Listen, just because they don't make music don't mean that they can't make music.
Too busy trying to save the world.
I dig it. Listen, what we gonna do tonight, Pinky?
That's how we feeling sometimes.
All the
Shout out,
time.
you know what? I am so rude. Shout out to my husband.
Yes.
You know, I know that he doesn't get a lot of credit. Credit is due. My husband is always deployed. He deployed 7 times. He just got out of the Marine Corps.
Sheesh.
He did 13 years.
Deployed 7 times. Did you
Yeah,
hear
he's
that?
been to Afghanistan, Dubai, Korea, Iraq.
So it don't matter where he is or who he is. Trust, he ain't trying to hear your bullshit because he done seen and heard it all.
Right.
He done been deployed 7 times.
Before. He has, and we've been married. We just celebrated December 5th. We just celebrated.
Look at her.
I had to think about it for a second. We celebrated 10 years of marriage.
Yes.
10 years.
10
Thank
years,
you.
no doubt.
So, and I try to encourage everybody to stay together. And if, you know, if it don't work out, at least give it a fair shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't sabotage your own happiness.
Right.
And don't settle.
What's the married life like?
Oh, man. It's you know what? It's never boring.
Mhm.
It's always, you know, people
Man.
say they get bored. It's never boring. It's
10
always
years.
something. And then being married that young, you get married at 19 years old, you kind of
Mm-hmm.
don't really know who you are yet.
Right,
So
right.
you two grow up together trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
You got married before you could legally have a drink.
who you telling? So I always tell people, if it lasts 10 years or 10 minutes, I gave it a fair shot.
No doubt.
Oh,
Well.
that's my take on marriage.
That's what it is. Shout out to Shout out to the T.I. guy. Oh man.
Shout out to Guala,
Yo, shout out to the homie Guala. Listen.
Guala Vision in Connecticut.
yes.
And rest in peace, Reno X Base. That was my
Mhm.
cousin.
Yes.
I miss him dearly. He
That's
died
family in
and was
real
born
life.
on the same day. It was crazy.
Man, holla at you.
But-
Guala. Guala, what up?
Yeah,
Man,
Guala out
I-
there doing big things in
Yes.
Connecticut. I love him to death. Him
No
and
doubt.
Bassolini, they doing it.
That's what it is, man. MySubstation.com, SubstationStreaming.com, SubstationLive.net, some shit like that. Man, thank you to everybody. Istanbul, Beirut, you know, I shout everybody out. Connecticut, Mississauga, you know, this state, this city, that city. Talina, Massey, Monica, she came to grace us with her presence from California. She don't like us, that's why she left. And MySubstation.com.